So much is moving. This energetic portal that is open with the alignment of Sirius and the sun across the Great Pyramids. The energy, it initially feels heavy, slowing us down, causing time for more rest and need to reevaluate in conjunction with the Mercury retrograde that is happening at the time. But this also feels beyond Mercury retrograde. It feels like an adjustment. It feels on a bigger scale. It feels like the moment before change, when everything appears to be chaos, but it's simply the universe just rearranging all things within your life to put you on the path that you are intended to travel. And sometimes this feeling, this energy can be so overwhelming that we may feel the need to want to shut down or shy away, which honestly is exactly what we should do if we feel this very strongly. Take time out to just really be with the feelings and the thoughts that are coming up. What are the themes of those thoughts? What are the themes of those feelings? What is going on in your life? What could be possibly moving out to create change and create space for something new? And so then it also further boils down to learning how to fully trust in that divine flow, in the universe, in God, and know that whatever is to unfold is meant. And you will always end up exactly where you are meant to be. And we must always remember that as we are going through the thick of any changes, because those changes can be so all-consuming that we may get stuck in the consuming part of it at times, of the cursed hows, the cursed whys, of how is this going to work out? What am I going to do? How am I going to bring this all together? And if you are having those kinds of thoughts, that is your sign to take a step back. Take a few days off. Turn your phone off. Go into nature. Meditate. Be with the sun. Be in the water. Ground with the earth. Camp. Just be in nature. And see what comes up for you. It is often these very themes that we have to pay the closest attention to. Are these the themes that are trying to exit our life, trying to create more room for more beautiful things to come in? Or is there something about these themes that we can do something a little differently, change? What are we making room for? What do we need to bring in? What can we change about the habits that might be self-sabotaging, that might keep us stuck, that might keep us in situations that are not in alignment with who we are? What steps can we take? And of course, just like with any change, it takes time. We can't expect to snap our fingers and for it to immediately happen. Though change does have a funny way of sometimes being quite sudden. But in most cases, when it is an inner experience, an inner dialogue, of why are we feeling the way we are feeling about the things that are going on around our life. Those are things that can take time to overcome, because those are the old played out programs that are often coming up for us, especially if we realize that by continuing doing the same things that we've been doing and not receiving any results, it is often those very situations that keep us stuck in the very thing that we want to move on from. And when we feel heavy like this, it is good to talk to a friend, make a voice note, do our spiritual practices, be out in nature, and just really be away from the distractions of everyday life, to be away from the distractions of our devices, so that we can really tune in to the voice of our heart, the great cosmic voice, and the voice of all that is our soul. For our heart and our soul will never lead us astray, for they contain the very blueprints of what we came here to do. And also, another perspective we can look at is, am I maybe stuck in this situation because there's still something I have to do? Is there still someone I need to apologize to, something I need to take accountability for from a past action? Someone I need to forgive? What work is still needed in this area that I am in? Because oftentimes it will come to you. And oftentimes it is something that you are that is really weighing on your mind. Because I know in my case, there has been an experience where I was really, really grieving somebody, and it was becoming so intense and so all-consuming that I didn't know what to do with myself. And I finally wrote a family member of this person who had passed and said everything I never said those 10 or 11 years ago. Things I had wanted to say, things I had wanted to apologize about, things I had wanted to take accountability for, and to let the person and remind the person that they were a good person despite everything they had been through and their life in general. And after writing this, even though I could not speak to the deceased themselves, I was able to speak to their family member. And after writing this massive weight lifted off of my shoulders, and I smelled this very strong fragrance of roses.
Job complete. Now just the
I felt this incredible weight lift off my shoulders, and felt this and smelled this really powerful smell of roses, so much so that I ran in to get my children and was like, come out and smell. And it was nighttime, and I thought maybe it was a night blooming flower fragrancing the air. And by the time they came out, it was gone. And that's when it dawned on me, oh my goodness, that was her, the one who had transitioned over. And I immediately knew, this was what you were meant to do. This is why I have been around. This is why I have been showing up, so that you could get this off of your chest, to reach out to my family member and say the things you needed to say. It felt like a mission complete. And ever since, I have felt much lighter. And that in itself also brought a deeper sense of wholeness within myself as well. And that grief, that intense grief that I had for, it had to have been almost 2 weeks. I was just grieving so hard. And in total, because it took about a week or so to settle in, and once it did, it was just so all-consuming. And that's when I realized not only was that the person who had transitioned trying to lead me to this release of energy, to writing the letter I needed to write, to saying what was on my heart and speaking my heart, but it was also my soul as well, showing me that this was something that had to be done in order for me to move the energy that had been within my body for so long, for over 10 years. For over 10 years that I had stuffed down and forgotten about, and forgotten it was even there until I had found out about this woman's passing, one who was very much like a mother to me. And all of it came back up for me to process, to feel, to grieve, only to find that the resolution was taking accountability for the things that I felt guilty about, the things that I had felt shameful about, the things that I had felt bad about, by reaching out to the family member who it had the most impact on. And it felt right. And it was beautiful. And I was able to cry tears of joy. It was an incredible experience. But as we move through this, see what themes are coming up for you. What's playing out in your life? Who are you thinking about the most? What are you thinking about the most? What is really on your heart? Because that is often the very thing that your soul, your guides, any of those who have transitioned, ancestors, all of them, your higher self, and all who are around you to guide you are trying to tell you this is the direction in which you need to go. What can you do to help bring relief to yourself in this situation, to help rebalance the situation?
Got it. Got it.
Much love. Thank you.